We now ask that you please stand for the playing of our national anthem. Show cows. There it is. Is that the best one he's done in 14 days? Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's the last day. Warren, that's actually the only one he's done since we started the beef show. They had a lady singing over in the South Sea. Really, she wasn't really singing. To the phone, you know. I know, and now I can see the next year one I'm playing national. So attention to the barns. This is your first call, Class 4B Charlet's first call, Class 4B Charlet. As we kick off your National Charlet show this morning, we'd like to introduce your judge, Mr. Danny Harker of Hope, Indiana. Danny is the owner of Hark Simmentals with his wife Jill and sons Luke and Chase. At Harker Simmentals, they raise Simmental cattle as well as Maine and Jute cattle, and their number one priority is that customer success always comes first. We'd also like to introduce your Santa Gertrudis judge today, Mr. Chan Phillips of Maysville, Kentucky. Chan is the co-owner of Rock and P Livestock and a manager for Circle M Farms out of their Texas, Missouri, and Oklahoma locations. One interesting fact about Chan is that he has shown here at the North American every year since 1974. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and welcome your judges today, Mr. Chan Phillips and Danny Harker.
Good morning. I'd like to say it's a pleasure to be here in Freedom Hall and have the opportunity to evaluate the Santa Gertrudis show today. Starting out the show, we got a single entry in this class and one that comes out here with a lot of presence. High quality single entry here. I really like this one in terms of her width and dimension down her top and out over her hip. She's very maternal and her kind. Pretty sound on the ground as she gets in motion. Just a real nice single entry here.
Results of Class 1 of your early summer heifer calves of your Santa Gertrudis show. In first place goes to Miss Georgia 15, exhibited by Landon Hurd. This is your first call, Class 8, 9, and 11, Santa Gertrudis. First call, Class 8, 9, and 11, Santa Gertrudis. Second call, Class 4B. Second call, Class 4B, Charlet.
In the Santa Gertrudis ring, a female that comes in here with some authority in terms of structure. She's long in her stride and good and smooth in her motion when she's on the move. Female that balances up pretty good from end to end. If you're going to change this one just a little bit, you might see her a little more attractive from her hooks to her pin, the way that tail head connects into the upper part of that hip, but another nice single entry here.
Third and final call, Class 4B, Charlets. Third and final call, Class 4B, Charlet. This is your first call, Class 7. First call, Class 7, Charlet. Results of Class 1A of your Charlet show. In first place goes to entry number 6, TCC Smokin' Monty 5N, exhibited by Kylie Berg of Maysville, West Virginia. Second place goes to entry number 4, Saul Boy Shelley 595N, exhibited by Isaac and Clay D. Montgomery of Lancaster, Kentucky. Third place goes to entry number 7, TSSE IMC Diana 5033N, exhibited by Barrett Evans of Dover, Ohio. Fourth place goes to entry number 5, exhibited by Anna P. Link of Rio, Illinois, and Bewley Farms of Yates City, Illinois.
In the Santa Gertrudis ring, I'm going to leave this pair of females the way they stand here. Really like this one here in first in terms of just overall balance from end to end. Really good down her spine, the way that upper rib shape comes off the top of her body there. I like her and very attractive in terms of her hip shape. I think where she separates herself from the female in second, she carries a little more substance of bone on all four corners of her skeleton. Just a real nice brood cow prospect start to class. You can go that way to get your ribbon, young lady. Then the heifer in second, another nice high quality individual, one that has some depth of side. She's got some internal dimension. Like I said earlier, just needs a scotch more bone to go against the heifer up in the front end of the class.
This is your second call, Class 8, 9, and 11, Santa Gertrudis. Second call, Class 8, 9, and 11. Your Class 3 results of your Santa Gertrudis show. In first place goes to Miss 777 Candyman, 777N4, exhibited by Caroline Daniel. Second place goes to BMN15, exhibited by Alan Barlow. Now exhibiting in the ring is the selection of your champion Santa Gertrudis female. Second call, Class 7, Charlet. Second call, Class 7, Charlet. Results of Class 1B of your spring heifer calves of your National Charlet show. In first place goes to entry number 11, Rebalani, exhibited by Garner Show Cattle of Hamilton, Ohio. Second place goes to entry number 13, Sug Nilla Wafer, exhibited by Michaela Sug of Akron, New York. Congratulations, your spring calf champion of your National Charlet Show goes to entry number 6, TCC Smokin' Monty 5N, exhibited by Kylie Berg of Maysville, West Virginia. Your reserve spring calf champion goes to entry number 4, Soul Boy Shelley 595N, exhibited by Isaac Clay Montgomery of Lancaster, Kentucky. This is your final call, Class 8, 9, and 11, Santa Gertrudis female. Second call, Class 8, 9, and 11, Santa Gertrudis.
This Santa Gertrudis heifer at the front end of this class is one that I really like in terms of her overall balance and functionality. This one stays very attractive down her spine and out over her hip. She's got plenty of width and dimension, but yet she stays maternal. She carries herself with more substance of bone than the other two behind her. And where she really excels in this class is the way she handles her rear leg and her pastern. Gets around really nice when you get her in motion. Get down the second place heifer here, high performing kind of a female that excels from that standpoint in this lineup. With that said, like to see this one a little more agile when you get her in motion. She wants to get a little steep there on that rear pastern, wants to get a little finer off that rear leg in terms of her bone work. Then we end up the class with a long-sided, big-topped individual. Just needs to be a little more, with a little more pizzazz up through her front 1/3. Like to tighten her up just a scotch at her shoulder. Give her a little more balance from end to end to compete against the two in front of her in this class today.
Third and final call, Class 7, Charlet. Third and final call, Class 7, Charlet. This is your first call, Class 8. First call, Class 8, Charlet. This is your second call, Class 8 Charlet female. Second call, Class 8 Charlet females. Please make your way to the makeup arena. All remaining Santa Gertrudis females, please make your way to the makeup arena. All Santa Gertrudis females, please make your way to the makeup arena. Results of Class 4A of your National Charlet Show. In first place goes to entry number 17 with a weight of 1,012 pounds. Soul Shelley 542N, exhibited by Claire E. Holloway of Olmsted, Kentucky. Second place with a weight of 935 pounds goes to entry number 30, JFS Charlene 223, exhibited by Hadley L. Hendrickson of Farmland, Indiana. This is your third and final call, Class 8 Charlets. Third and final call, Class 8.
Got three really nice females over on this side of the arena. Female that starts the class is the most balanced one from the side here. Female that shows a lot of depth of rib and internal dimension out here in the lineup. I think she excels in terms of her joints compared to the female in second. She's a little cleaner at the knee, cleaner at the hock in comparison to second place female. Female in second, really powerful kind of a female that shows a lot of dimension down her top and out over her hip. She's big in her bone work. With that said, I'd just like to see her a little smoother in her hock joint compared to the class winner here today. And then we end up the lineup, female, very maternal in her kind. She's very pleasant-headed, very attractive from that standpoint. Just needs a little more shape and overall dimension for rib compared to the females in front of her today.
Your Class 4 results of your Santa Gertrudis Show. In first place goes to entry number 13, XL's River Honor 801, exhibited by Excel Santa Gertrudis. Second place goes to entry number 15, Miss 777 Candyman 901N, exhibited by Caroline Daniel. Third place goes to entry number 1, BMN 190, exhibited by Alan Barlow. Your Class 5 results of your Santa Gertrudis show. In first place is entry number 16, SCC Miss D. Bossy Dream of Kelly, 912N, exhibited by Pitchford Cattle. Second place goes to entry number 17, Miss Honey Badger Magnolia, 44N, exhibited by Pitchford Cattle. Third place goes to entry number 14, XL's Dream Girl, 23, exhibited by Alan Barlow. This is your first call, Class 12, 15, and 16, Charley. First call, Class 12, 15, and 16.
In this division in the Santa Gertrudis show, I think there's a lot of quality and a lot of future in the cattle in this particular lineup. Couple nice calves in the first two classes, but when you get these back out here, I think it's more of a three-horse race between the last trio of females of this division. And the heifer out of the third class is one that's very attractive to me from the side. At times I wonder, once we get her out here, if she's just a scotch too long in her side profile and maybe takes away a little bit from her midsection up into her forerib. But I really like this one when she's in motion and the way she sits back on that rear pasture when she's on the go. You get down to the fourth class of this division, I think this one balances up very nice for me today. I love the balance. I like the functionality. I like the structure. I love the smoothness of joint. I think she excels in terms of the attractiveness she carries from hooks to pins. Very clean in her lines as well. Then we get down to more of a performance type kind of a female at the end of the lineup, one that I do appreciate in terms of overall volume and depth of side, mass of bone. In comparison to the ones in front of her where I would change her just a little bit, I'd like to clean her up out of her brisket and up to that jawline. I'd like to see her just a little softer out of that rear pasture when she's in motion. Let's give them a nice round of applause and I'll select your division champion in reserve.
Your Class 4B results of your Charley females. In first place and also your champion junior calf goes to entry number 18 with a weight of 951 pounds. Boyd G.S. Nicky and 519, exhibited by John T. Davis III of Ivor, South Carolina. Second place in class and also your reserve junior calf champion female goes to entry number 33 with a weight of 1,009 pounds. Schaefer's Shady Lady 811N, exhibited by Lizzie Schaefer of Owanaco, Illinois. Third place in Class 4B goes to entry number 34, APL Bewley SCG Willow 508, exhibited by Anna P. Link of Rio, Illinois. This is your second call, Class 12, 15, and 16, Charley. Second call, Class 12, 15, and 16, Charley. Congratulations, your Division I champion of your Santa Gertrudis show. In first place goes to entry number 13, Excel's River Honor 801, exhibited by Excel Santa Gertrudis. Your reserve champion goes to entry number 12, Miss 777 Candyman 777N4, exhibited by Caroline Daniel. This is your third and final call, Class 12, 15, and 16. Charlet, third and final call, Class 12, 15, and 16. This is your final call. All remaining Santa Gertrudis females, please make your way to the makeup arena. All remaining Santa Gertrudis females, please make your way to the makeup arena.
Really nice trio of females out here in this lineup. The female I'm going to use to head up the class is the one that carries herself very nice in terms of her fluid and movement and the structure she has on all four corners here. Lots of bone work there and substance. I like this one down her spine and out over her hip. I think she balances out good out of her flank up into her chest floor. Just a real nice brood cow prospect to start the class. Get down to second place female, one that I like as well in terms of depth of flank. I like the depth of middle that she has. In comparison to the female in front of her today, I'd like to change her out of her front 1/3 discus scotch. I'd like to see a little more angulation to her shoulder, a little more extension from that shoulder up to her jaw there to go in first in this class today, if I could change her from that standpoint. Then we get down to the third place female, a female that's got some good to her in terms of length of side. She has some substance of bone. With that said, I'd like to see her a little more fluid in her movement. I'd like to see this one with a little more curvature to that rib shape going up into her heart cavity, but a nice female to end up the class.
This is your first call, class 19 and 20. Charlotte, first call, class 19 and 20.
Single entry in this class, one that has a lot of performance, a lot of mass, a lot of dimension down her top and out over her hip. Really appreciate the bone work and substance that she has on all four corners of her skeleton. Just a real nice single entry for this particular class.
Congratulations to your Class 7 winner of your Santa Gertrudis show. In first place goes to entry number 21, Miss 777 Candyman 452 M2, exhibited by Cooper Flyler. This is your second call, Class 19 and 20, Charlotte's second call, Class 19 and 20.
We have a single entry here that could definitely stand some more competition. I see this one as being very practical and very functional in her type and kind. I like this way she stays flat at that shoulder. I think she has plenty of extension up through her front 1/3. Stays really good down level, down her spine, out over her hip. Carries herself with plenty of substance of bone, very agile on the move. I like the way she balances from her flank up into her forerib. Just a real nice single entry to represent this particular class.
Results of Class 8 of your senior heifer Charlene calves. In first place and also your senior calf champion goes to entry number 46, BFWGB Paisley 440 with a weight of 1,097 pounds. Was exhibited by Brecky J. Bernard of Foosland, Illinois. Second place in Class 8 went to entry number 42, Schaefer's Candace 423L, exhibited by Lizzie C. Schaefer of Awanaco, Illinois. Third in place, entry number 20, RF Miss Mara, 4335, exhibited by Macy Hoag of Illinois City, Illinois. Fourth place to entry number 21, exhibited by Emily Bergeson. In fifth place, entry number 45, exhibited by Matthew Berline. Congratulations, your reserve senior calf champion female of your National Charlet Show. Went to entry number 19, TCC Miss America 2100N, exhibited by Vance Heinrichs of Lost River, West Virginia.
Another nice single entry here in this particular class. A female that I appreciate in terms of her overall mass and quality, in terms of depth and brood cow potential. Looks like she's going to go into production down the road with a really nice udder there. If I could change her today, you might want to just tighten her up a little bit out of the base of her brisket, but a real nice big-footed kind of a female to represent this class.
Third and final call, Class 19 and 20, Charlet. Third and final call, Class 19 and 20. Attention in the barns, Supreme Drive exhibitors. The show will not start any sooner than noon. Once again, Supreme Drive exhibitors. The show this afternoon will start not before noon. Your Class 12 results of your National Charlet Show. In first place with a weight of 1,474 pounds, entry number 54, Boy H.L. Mary, M452, exhibited by Brooke Poland of Darwin, Minnesota.
We got four really nice females to represent this division in the Santa Gertrudis side here. Female that comes out of the first class, like I said earlier, I really appreciate that one in terms of this brood cow look. If I'm going to change her up and you get her out here compared to some of these others, yeah, you'd like to clean her up in her lines just a little bit, maybe in that navel forward there, but a real nice brood cow prospect in that first class. Get down to second class, a female that comes out here with a lot of gas in terms of growth. She's big in her bone work. With that said, between the other three, I would like to clean her up just a little bit in her joint, maybe give her a scotch more forerib in terms of internal dimension. Then we get down to real practical kind here in the third class. That one I think is very balanced, very fault-free. Just like the heifer behind her, she's going to have a nice udder when she goes into production as well. I really like the frame score on this female, just very practical kind that'll have a lot of good to her when she gets into production. Then we follow up the division with the real long-sided individual, one that really has a lot of extension up from the shoulder forward. I like the angulation that she shows when she's in motion. Carries herself with a nice spacing on her teat placement as well, like I mentioned in class. If I could change her once again, I'd like to see her a little different right there at the base of her brisket compared to the rest of her underline, but a real nice female as well. Let's give them a nice round of applause, and I'll select your division champion and reserve.
Results of Class 8 of your Open Santa Gertrudis show. In first place goes to entry number 24, Miss 777 Granite 732, exhibited by Pitchford Cattle. Your Class 9 results of your Open Santa Gertrudis female show. In first place goes to entry number 27, Miss 777 Honey Badger 44M2, exhibited by Anna Rustin Phillips. Congratulations, your Division II champion of your Open Santa Gertrudis females. Your champion goes to entry 24, Miss 777 Granite 732, exhibited by Pitchford Cattle. Your reserve champion goes to tag 27, Miss 777 Honey Badger 44M2, exhibited by Anna Rustin Phelps. This is your second call, Class 23 and 27 Charlet. Second call, Class 23 and 27.
This single entry is one that is really neat in terms of her frame score for me. I like the moderate size. I like her balance. I like the maternal look. She carries herself with some width and dimension as well. She gets around with some longevity in terms of structure. If I was going to change her disc coach, you might freshen her up there at the base for a brisket, but a real nice cow prospect there in this single entry class.
This is your third and final call, Class 23 and 27 Charlet. Third and final call, Class 23 and 27 Charlet. Congratulations, your intermediate champion Charlet female goes to entry number 54, boy HL Mary M452, exhibited by Brooke A. Polson of Darwin, Minnesota. Your Class 15 results: in first place with a weight of 1,621 pounds, BRCHENHNRX Hot Pepper 4507, exhibited by Brixton Steve Birch of Oneida, South Dakota.
Another stout-made female here that's very performance-oriented, a female that shows a lot of width and dimension down her top and stays pretty wide at her pin set and down into her lower stifle. One that stays longer in the side profile. She's adequate in terms of length up through her front 1/3. I'm going to change her up just a little. You might want to see a little more balance coming out of her flank to her chest cavity, but a real nice functional kind to represent this class.
Results of class number 16. In first place, and also your spring champion Charlet female, goes to entry number 66, boy AALB Montella 410M with a weight of 1,468 pounds, was exhibited by Brock D. Studer of Creston, Iowa. Second place in class 16 in your reserve champion spring female goes to entry number 67, Senate Mila 18M with a weight of 1,635 pounds, was exhibited by Mackenzie K. Neal of Lewisburg, Ohio. This is your first call. All champion and reserve champion Charlet females, please make your way to the makeup arena. First call. All champion and reserve champion Charlet females, please make your way to the makeup arena.
Got a really nice single entry over here in the Santa Gertrudis ring. A female that's doing it right in terms of going into production here shortly. It's going to be really nice in her udder quality, it looks like to me. A female that's just really fresh and smooth for this stage of her life. I like the way she lays in her spine and out over her hip. Beautiful, and the way she comes off the top her crest up into that pole and stays really neat from muzzle to pole there as well. Really lays good and flat at her shoulder. Very, very nice single entry in this particular class.
Attention Charlet Bull exhibitors. Due to the size of the Charlet Bull Show, all bulls will be called at the same time. Once again, all Charlet bulls will be called at the same time. Your Class 10 winner of your Open Santa Gertrudis Female Show in first place went to Tag 30, CL Boudica, exhibited by Alan Barlow. Your Class 11 results of your Santa Gertrudis Show in first place goes to entry number 34, XL's Golden Glory 435, exhibited by Dwayne Ermis. Your Class 12 results in first place goes to entry number 36, Miss 777 Lou Casey 392, exhibited by Pitchford Cattle.
Really nice trio of females out here in this particular division. Female of the first class is one that I mentioned earlier I like in terms of her moderation and the practicality that she has to her. Very functional kind in terms of typing kind. Going to change her up out here in the lineup just a scotch. Like I said earlier, just freshen her up at the base of that brisket. Maybe give her just a little more extension from the shoulder up to her jaw. But very practical, balanced kind of a female that stays very smooth in her joint in terms of structure. Then we get down to the second class. A female that's a little more growth-oriented and performance-oriented from that standpoint. She's very long in her side profile. She's very extended up to the front 1/3. If I could change her a little bit out here, I'd like to see her a little different at her rear hock in terms of smoothness compared to a couple of these others out here in the lineup. But a nice female there in the second class. Get down to the third class. This one here is very unique to me. Like I said, going in production good, going to make a nice brood cow. But boy, she comes out here with this maturity, and she's very youthful in her kind and stays pretty fault-free to me. She'll be your division champion. Congratulations.
Your Class 19 results of your National Charlet Show in first place with a weight of 1,698 pounds is entry number 73, BJF Susie 4029, exhibited by Avery F. Coles of Hutchinson, Minnesota. Second place with a weight of 1,417 pounds is entry number 71, J&J Angelina 403, exhibited by Kendall Sadler of Perkins, Oklahoma. Third place goes to entry number 70, Reeves Miss Redemption 2411, exhibited by Hayden L. Sampson of Afton, Tennessee. Now entering the ring is class number 20 of your early junior yearling females.
We have two single entries out here in this particular division, a couple very nice pairs. The female and her calf out of the first class here just really do a lot of good for me in terms of functionality. She's got a lot of longevity in terms of structure and is very good in her hoof shape at the ground. Real attractive kind of a calf there along the way, one that's got a nice future ahead of it. Get down to the second class, a female that's tremendously long in her side. She's very wet in her udder. She's given some performance and growth to the calf in front of her there. If I could change her up compared to the one in front in the first class, might give her just a little more natural upper curve to her rib shape and up to her forerib, but nice pair there in the second class. With that said, we're going to go with the pair out of Class 1 for the division champion, one out of Class 2 for your reserve.
Second call, all champion and reserve champion Charolais females, please make your way to the makeup arena. Second call, all champion and reserve champion Charolais females, please make your way to the makeup arena.
So when I started sorting these Santa Gertrudis this morning, being from outside the breed and kind of on the other side of the tracks, I didn't know exactly how this was all going to come together at the end here, but boy, I'm enlightened with the type and kind that we have out here in this lineup. All four of these divisions are very functional kind of cattle. They're all good in their frame score in terms of being middle of the road that way. I think they're very practical when they go into production. This calf up front is one that I think has a very nice future ahead of her. She balances up good. She's very agile at the ground. She's very attractive in her look. Then you get down to the Division II, one that's big middle, good topped female that's just balances so well from end to end. I think she'll go into production someday with a very beautiful udder as well. Just real practical cow in there in that Division II. Then we get into the Division III, one that I think is very unique in her kind, and I really appreciate her from end to end, and I like the attractiveness she carries down her tail head and her spine, and the way that crest goes back up into the pole once again. Just a beautiful kind of a cow prospect there in the third spot. And then we get down to a very functional, productive kind of pair on the end. At this point, after going through the maternity ward, the cow gives up a little bit of presentation out here, if you will, in terms of side profile and whatnot, but a very productive pair at the end. I'm going to pick you a champion in reserve, if you would. Let's give these Santa Gertrudis breeders a nice round of applause.
Results of class number 20 of your early junior yearling Charolais females in first place, and also your junior champion female goes to entry number 26. KLLR Miss Loretta 1M with a weight of 1,590 pounds was exhibited by Gabriella Thibault of Idaville, Indiana. Your reserve junior champion female goes to entry number 73, BJF Susie 4029, exhibited by Avery F. Coles of Hutchinson, Minnesota. Second place in class number 20 with a weight of 1,698 pounds is entry number 76, Elman Miss Shelley M437, exhibited by Hayden L. Sampson of Afton, Tennessee. All Santa Gertrudis Bowls, please make your way to the makeup arena. All Santa Gertrudis Bowls, please make your way to the makeup arena. First call, all Charlet Bowls. First call, all Charlet Bowls. Please make your way to the makeup arena. Results of Class 23 of your Senior Yearling Charlet females in first place, and also your Senior Champion female, goes to entry number 81 with a weight of 1,898 pounds. JFS Millie 118, exhibited by Emily G. Allen of Lolita, Texas. Your reserve champion goes to entry number 79 with a weight of 1,611 pounds. GRNR Miss Poppy 1M, exhibited by Gardner Show Cattle of Hamilton, Ohio. Third place goes to entry number 82, Druins GG D113, exhibited by Taylor Moore of Nancy, Kentucky. Second call, all Charlet Bulls. Second call, all Charlet Bulls, please make your way to the makeup arena.
Got two really nice bulls in this first class. I'm going to go with the highest performing bull in this particular scenario. A bull that's got lots of bone, really big in his foot, really long in his stride. Nice testicular development for this stage of his life. Very nice, high-quality bull to start the class. Get down to another nice bull here in second. Gives up a little bit in terms of weight per day of age. He gives up a little bit in terms of length of sight compared to the class winner today. But yet he's a bull that's very smooth in his kind. He's got plenty of four-rib depth, and he goes on back into his flank good with that. Just needs a little more length, a little more power to go against the class winner in this class.
Third and final call, all Charlet Bulls. Third and final call, all Charlet Bulls, please make your way to the makeup arena.
In this class of bulls, once again, I'm going to go with the higher weight per day of age bull in this lineup. He excels over the one in second in terms of bone work and structural soundness. He's a calf. It's got plenty of forerib and depth and dimension compared to the one in second. One in second, a little more juvenile and is looking kind here today. Just needs a little more time to compete with the class winner moving forward here.
Congratulations, your grand champion, Santa Gertrudis female, goes to tag 36, Miss 777 Lucchese 392, exhibited by Pitchford Cattle. In your reserve grand champion, Santa Gertrudis female, goes to entry number 24, Miss 777 Granite 732, exhibited by Pitchford Cattle.
got a single entry in this class. A bull that's got some neat pieces to him. He's smoothing his joint. A bull that stays pretty agile on the ground. If I could change him up today, I'd like to see a little more shape down into his lower stifle. Maybe give him a little more weight per day of age at this point of his life. Nice single entry.
Results from Class 27 of your Charolais show. In first place and also your champion cow-calf pair goes to entry number 87, WT Starbucks 13J, exhibited by Abigail E. Peck of Monroeville, New Jersey, and XSAP Starbucks. Your second place goes to entry number 86, SCG Lazy Eye Carbine Lady 124, exhibited by Anna P. Link of Rio, Illinois. Third place goes to Druin's Gin D105, entry number 85, exhibited by Isaac Clay D. Montgomery of Lancaster, Kentucky. Congratulations, your grand champion Charolais female goes to entry number 46, BFWGB Paisley 440, exhibited by Recky J. Bernard of Foosland, Illinois. Your reserve grand champion goes to entry number 66, Boy AALB Montella 410M, exhibited by Brock D. Studer of Creston, Iowa.
In this division, I think the first two class winners line up out here very well with a lot of quality. The bull out of the first class hit me pretty hard when he came in there earlier today, and he's one that just represents a lot of structure. He's really genuine in terms of his type and kind, and puts a nice performance package together with good scrotal development and balance for this stage of his life. You get down to the second class, a bull that also has a lot of good to him. Compare in terms of just functionality and condition and performance here. If I could change him up compared to the one in the first class, I'd like to see him a little more balanced in his testicular development compared to the class winner up in front of him, but still a real nice functional bull that I like in terms of his frame score as well. Then we get down to the bull, like I talked earlier, has some longevity in terms of structure. This needs a little more overall shape in terms of muscle to compete against the two in front of him. I'm going to go ahead and use the bull up front here out of Class 1 to be your division champion. Congratulations. Got two really nice bulls to represent this class. I'm going to go with the bull that's the most attractive from the side compared to the two of them. I really like this individual in terms of the attractiveness to his hip and the way he comes down his spine up to his crest. He's a bull that stays tight at his shoulder in comparison to the bull that's in second. Bull in second, very huge in his bone work and massive in terms of substance of bone. With that said, it works against him just a little bit here compared to the class winner. I'd like to tighten him up in his shoulder disc, coach. I'd like to tone him down out of his tail head just a little bit when you come off his hip. But two really nice bulls in this class. Two nice bulls in this particular class. I'm going to go with the smoother shouldered, longer sided bull that represents a lot of longevity in terms of structure. Just a real nice high profiling kind of bull to start the class with. Get down to the bull in second. Once again, if I could change him up with all the massive bone he's got and rib shape, just like to tighten him up at that shoulder and maybe make him a little smoother in those joints to go in front of the bull to go any higher in this class today. Got two nice bulls in this particular division. The bull that just came out of the ring in that last class, like I say, he's really long-sided and's got some good to him. Represents structure quite well. When you compare him to the bull in front of him, doesn't quite have the overall package in terms of look and presence out here. This bull up front really does it well, coming out of his shoulder up to his jaw. He does it good going down his spine, out over his hip. He'll be your division champion, and then we'll come with the bull behind for your reserve. Congratulations. Really nice single entry here, a bull that represents a lot of performance. He's got some width and dimension down that top. He stays pretty attractive out over his hip and down into his lower stifle. Big in his scrotal development at this stage of the game. Just a real nice functional bull to represent the class. I'm going to go ahead and go with this bigger bull in this particular class. One that just got a lot of growth to him. He's big in his rib shape. He's big in his top and out over his hip. If I could change him up a little bit, you might see him with a little more fluid movement off that rear leg, but I don't think it's a deal breaker out here in this given scenario. You get down to the second place bull, one that's really stout top, big over his hip, wide at his lower quarter there. With that goes a little bit of shoulder. Compared to the bull in first, I'd like to tighten him up at the point of that shoulder compared to the class winner today. In this division of two here, I'm going to go with the bull that I feel like is the soundest structured, longest strided bull between the two out here in this lineup. That'll be the bull out of Class 1 of this division. Congratulations. Well, for added not very many numbers, I think the quality was really good here today in the Santa Gertrudis Bull Show. All three of these divisions have a lot of quality to them, and my hats off to you breeders and exhibitors. There's a couple bulls out here, though, that for me fit type and kind that I like here today. I'll go out and choose them, but before I do so, if you would, let's give them a nice round of applause for this lineup of bulls.
Results of class number 33 of your National Charlemagne Bowl show. In first place, and also your junior calf champion bowl, goes to entry number 93 with a weight of 1,075 pounds. TCC Mr. America 5188N, exhibited by Justin Teets of Cameron, Missouri. Your Class 37 results. In first place, and also your Senior Calf Champion Bowl, goes to entry number 97 with a weight of 1,492 pounds. Cars Mr. Jack in the Box 425P, exhibited by Carr Cattle Company of Webb City, Missouri, and Caprock Cattle Company of South Dakota. Your Class 41 results of your Summer Yearling Charolais Bowls. In first place, and also your Intermediate Champion Bowl, goes to entry number 101 with a weight of 1,705 pounds. Katie J. Graves of Kipton, Indiana, exhibited Border Patrol. Second place in class, and also your Reserve Champion, went to entry number 105 with a weight of 1,856 pounds. Cars Smoking Gun 418P, exhibited by Carr Cattle Company of Webb City, Missouri, and Henson Family Livestock of Georgetown, Ohio. Congratulations, your Grand Champion Center Gertrudis Bull goes to entry number 52, 777 Dreamboat 977 M2 Bet on Red, exhibited by Pitchford Cattle. In your reserve, Grand Champion Center Gertrudis Bull goes to entry number 46, 777 Candyman 777N6, exhibited by Caroline Daniel. Congratulations to your winner of your Get a Sire and Produce of Dam of your Santa Gertrudis show. Goes to Caroline Daniel. Your Class 48 results of your Senior Yearling Charolais Bowls. In first place with a weight of 2,230 pounds is entry number 108, JFS Cowboy Capital 1019, exhibited by Jeff's Cattle Company of Stephenville, Texas. Now entering the ring is class number 50 of your 2-year-old Charolais Bowls.
In the Star 5 show here, his first single entry class, young man brought us a nice heifer, and he's doing a nice job showing her heifer. It's really true down her top and very attractive out over her hip, very maternal in her kind. Nice single entry here in this particular class.
Congratulations to your Class 103 winner. Goes to entry number 67, Miss 777 Bear 5418, exhibited by Cash Groves.
Real complete kind of cow prospect here, one that stays very maternal, but yet she balances good out of her flank up into her forerib. She's adequate in terms of the length of she's got up to her front 1/3. Represents structure in a very good way out here on the green shavings. Nice single entry.
Results of Class 50 of your 2-year-old Charlie Bulls. In first place with a weight of 2,697 pounds is entry 113, Triple C Sundance 3026P, exhibited by Epperson Cattle of Laredo, Missouri. Congratulations to your senior champion bull. Goes to entry number 108, JFS Cowboy Capital 1019, exhibited by Jeff's Cattle Company of Stephenville, Texas. Your reserve champion senior bull goes to entry number 113, Triple C Sundance 3026, exhibited by Epperson Cattle of Laredo, Missouri. Now entering the Charlet ring is a selection of your grand and reserve grand champion Charlet bull.
Congratulations to all these breeders. Thanks again for having me out here. I'm going to go pick your champion in reserve. This has been a good little bull show here.
Over here in the Star 5, two really nice cow prospects to represent this class. Gets down to little things here. I think the heifer up front just really excels between the two in terms of the way she comes out of the top of that shoulder up into her pole area. Lots of angulation to that shoulder. I love the forerib and the way she goes back into a real productive flank. She stays big in her hip, but yet maternal in her kind. Very nice cow prospect to start the class. Get down to the second place female, one that's very typey in her kind. I like the way she's put together down her spine till we get right back there over her tail head. I'd like to lay that tail head in just a scotch. I'd like to extend her through her front 1/3 compared to the class winner. Maybe see her a little more angulated out of that shoulder to go any higher today. But two very high quality heifers in this class.
Congratulations, your grand champion Charlotte Bull goes to entry number 108, JFS Cowboy Capital 1019, exhibited by Jeff's Cattle Company of Stephenville, Texas. Your reserve grand champion Charlotte Bull goes to entry number 93, TCC Mr. America 5188N, exhibited by Justin Teets of Cameron, Missouri. Congratulations once again to all of our Charlotte exhibitors. Results from Class 106 of your Star 5 females. In first place goes to entry number 70, BCC 1202 Melania 2401, exhibited by Joel Butler. Second place to entry number 71, Gucci's God's Fave M401, exhibited by Pitchford Cattle.
Not many numbers here in the Star 5 division, but boy, a lot of quality. Take nothing away from the young man's heifer out of the first class. She's pretty solid in terms of being maternal. Gives up just a little bit of look out here. If you're going to change her compared to the other two divisions, you'd like to clean her up in her lines just a scotch, but very maternal kind. It'll make the young man a very nice cow. Then we get down to class 2 here. I thought, boy, this one's really neat, and she is. From the shoulders back, I love this individual in terms of balance. I like her down her spine, out over her hip. I like her at the ground in terms of longevity. With that said, compared to the one right directly behind her, you might give her a little more extension up to her front 1/3, give her a little more pizzazz out of the top of that shoulder into her crest, but very functional, easy doing kind of a female in Division 2. Division 3 is kind of the combination heifer out here in this trio. She's, once again, hate to sound like a record here, but really nice coming out of the top of her shoulder, up her crest to her pole there. Very long from muzzle to pole. She stays with angulation at her shoulder, big in her forerib, carries that on back into her flank. Love her when she's in motion. She's going to be your grand female today. Congratulations.
Congratulations, your grand champion Star 5 female goes to entry number 70, BCC 1202 Melania 2401M, exhibited by Joel Butler. And your reserve grand champion Star 5 female goes to entry number 69, Miss 777 ABF Jelly Bean, exhibited by Anna Rustin Phelps. Congratulations to 777 Farms for winning your Premier Breeder Award.